Velikving has made Chaos an offer they might refuse.
Recently, the Audacity had some trouble. They're looking for you. Wouldn't it be nice if they just went away?
Not at the expense of something that I don't agree with morally.
Killsphere's going to put up like a bubble of of relative interference so he can't be monitored.
Like a cone of silence, basically?
Basically like a sphere of silence. A booth sounds nice, and we float towards a booth.
I never trust anybody with a limp handshake, and it was limper than you know what in the middle of a blizzard.
Maybe it was the wrong hand.
Oh, did I touch his penis?
No, he just had a lot of arms.
Oh, Bazooka Beaver, what insane thing will you say next? Find out on Good Chaotic.
Picture this. The corner booth at the Thirsty Shunderflap. The members of Chaos sitting there discussing, dare we work for this despicable person? And we resume the scene.
Well, I don't know the anatomy of every single species that is out there, so I asked a legitimate question.
I just don't know. I didn't know that I had to specify because I thought it seemed like he had a lot of hands. That's all.
Look, he's got a lot of different body fluids coming out of all places, so I made a really solid guess.
I didn't know you got that close to him. I'm sorry.
Well, you saw me shake his lower hand.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah. That's why I asked if it was his penis, because it was the lower hand.
All right. Well, I'm very glad that we've been talking about this for an hour and a half. I think we should probably...
That's so funny.
I like that that's our use of the silent sphere is to really get in depth.
We're really nailing this conversation, yeah.
That's good shit.
I think as this has continued clearly for an hour and a half, Killsphere will do something they do sometimes to get the team back focused. They're going to bang on the table twice like a gavel.
When Killsphere does that, BB kind of ricochets in the air and hits the tome of the sphere a little bit each time.
I'm assuming we have like sit-down Pizza Hut style overhead lighting.
Yes.
At this
Like
booth?
Tiffany lamps?
Yeah. Perfect.
When Killsphere bangs on the table, doing so attracts the attention of a young woman pushing...
Oh, I'm sorry,
wait,
Dan.
how?
We are in a sphere of silence.
Yeah, I was like, how?
A sound would not be carrying outside of the table.
Yeah. Is she watching us? Is she spying on us?
Boom! Lawyered.
Chip says, I've been trying to get that waitress's attention for 90 full minutes, and she is not.
So Killsphere is going to drop the sphere of quietude for just a moment and raise a tiny little flag to ask for service.
I do think you should drop the sphere of silence. You know when you're talking to someone at a party and the music stops, but you're about to say something inappropriate?
Yes.
So there's like, the sphere drops and one of us just says penis really loudly because it's like the
I
last
wonder which
word
one
of
of
the
us it is.
sentence.
It's BB.
I know.
Like face down on the metal table after getting bumped a couple times on the top, a little bit concussion, and she just says penis.
Everyone looks at us.
Killsphere flags down the young lady working there who is pushing a floating cart that is it looks like a cigarette girl from like the 1920s,
Yeah.
but she's pushing it in front of her and it's hovering, and she goes stimulants, narcos, can I get anyone anything?
Can I have the biggest Valium that you have? Because my head feels like my ass.
Sure, that will be 100 monies, please.
Oh, I don't. BB starts digging in her fur.
Killsphere, the surface will shift and a QR code will become visible. And Killsphere will say, scan for my pay thing.
The Valium that you request, she hands it over to you, goes, anything for anyone else?
Do you have any help?
And she shoots you a look. She goes, please don't ask about help in the club. The boss does not allow anyone to talk about help in the club. Please, please do not ask about it. And she turns and walks away.
So when she's holding this tray, what I'm picturing is the bit in the Mr. Bean movie where he's whistling Whistler's mother with a blanket over and just making the squeaky wheel sound with his voice. So I'm picturing her like very serious, like don't bring that up.
Well, crap. That was our chance to talk to her.
Wait, come back.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, she stops and goes, but please don't talk about help in the club. The boss does not want anyone to talk about it.
Yeah, I should ask you about something a little bit less sinister. Do you have any crack?
Oh yeah, crack I have here. Yeah,
Yeah.
How much for one serving, 1/4 portion of crack?
1,500 monies.
1,500. Do you have enough money in your?
I am not paying for your habits. We have discussed this on previous missions.
Well,
Look, I'm sorry. I have a lot of tables I need to cover.
Apologies.
But allow me to treat you to a round, and a round of drinks appears in front of all four of you. She goes, okay, and she walks away.
Before you go, you seem agitated. Are you all right? Everything good here? Do you need help in the sense of do you need assistance rather than like in the sense of like the drug?
I do think maybe having a drink will help. And she turns and walks away.
Or you could pet a beaver. Have you ever?
She's gone.
Damn it. I always think that's a good line to tell people.
It's got you some funny looks.
Chase writes it down.
Chase, perhaps you could discuss drinks with the waitress.
I suppose I could.
You do see that the waitress is still kind of like keeping her eye on you as she crosses around and visits other tables.
I am going to approach the waitress, and I'm going to walk up to her, and I'm going to go, hey, I know you're working, so I don't want to tie you up too much, and I don't want to be this person while you're working, but if you wanted to maybe meet for a drink when you're not on the clock somewhere, we could do that, if you'd be interested.
I'm always on the clock. We're all always on the clock. I'm really sorry. I can't be seen talking to anyone. I'm very sorry. And she shuffles away. She's genuinely scared.
I'm gonna sit back down with him and go, yeah. So I'm extra not on board with helping this guy. So I'm just gonna put that out there as a thing.
I want to investigate the drinks because she was very pointed about a drink would help. I want to investigate the beverages on our table.
Okay. Give me a study. It will be just a limited. Controlled.
Oh, cool. I got nothing in study, so I'm rolling 2 dice and picking the lowest one. I rolled 2.
Yeah, just from looking at it, it just looks like a drink.
Cool.
So as I was saying, I'm extra not on board with helping this guy, and I also think that all these workers are not allowed to leave or stop working, which is a bad thing. So if we can find a way to spare this woman for a moment and give her a reprieve, maybe she'll talk to us?
Only her?
Well, no. I meant to get to the bottom of things. I'm talking about like in the very immediate future.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to find a way.
I'm just a simple beaver.
I want to liberate everybody who works for the boss, but I'm talking about like getting information to move towards that goal. Like just like right. This is not a I'm going to roll dice and only take the kid and leave his mom behind situation. This is a like I want to help everybody, but I'm trying to figure out how to get to those goals right now.
I got you.
Understood.
A real plan.
A question about my role for the beverage. Am I unable to tell whether there's anything amiss with it, or with my bad roll, am I just like, this looks fine?
No, you're just unable to tell.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a little sipperoo.
Okay. As soon as you do, you hear a voice, presumably in your head, but it's not. It's actually coming through your comm device, and it's channeled to all 4 of your comm devices. And she says, okay, I only have a little bit of time. Just don't look at me. I have to keep moving around. I developed this. Your bodies will metabolize the communication that was in your drink really quickly. I need your help, please.
Can anyone else hear this? Is it just me, or can anyone else hear this?
God?
We can hear. It is not God. I believe it is the waitress.
Oh.
I'm nodding because she's trying to talk and I'm listening to her talk.
Please, I know who you are. You got my message. You have to get me out of here. Everyone here works for the boss. I just need your help. And it cuts off there. Like your body has metabolized the drink at that point because you only took a little sip.
I chug the drink. I do a shot.
Also, slurp it down.
BB spreads her little paws across the table and kind of like her whole body in a star shape and goes, everyone here.
I'm so glad you caught that too. Killsphere is gonna do a blah blah blah.
Her fat little body.
I don't know how to do what this role would be, but is there a way to do a weapon scan?
Oh.
Yes. For whom?
I want to scan the room.
Oh, it's apparent that everyone here is packing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got that information without doing a roll. We're in some serious trouble.
So once Chase drinks the drink, okay, I have to talk quickly. Anything you can do to get me out of here, please. Both of my parents, I'm working off both of their debts. They're dead. I inherited it. It will take me the rest of my life to get out of here. Please, you are my only hope. Just anything you can do. Just talk to the boss. Just anything, please. I need to get out of here. Like, please. And once again, even though you took the full drink, this is meant to be spy type.
I get it.
So it cuts off there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, if everyone is packing in here, y'all know that I speak to all kinds of weapons. And just for our folks at home, BB has the attune capability, which means that they can communicate with non-sentient species or robots. And I'm guessing these guns are non-sentient.
That is
Or
very
robotic.
Cool. Ooh.
The gun talker.
Yeah, I was almost, it's kind of in that tropey, whenever anybody has psychic powers way, where they're like the center of the hub of communication. So maybe she stays splayed out on the table just to get better connection. And it's metallic, right?
What, the table?
The table.
Sure, why not?
Metal has a lot to do with most weapons, I'm guessing, in this time and universe that we're in. So she's like doing like when you try to get electric static shock, she's just rubbing her whole belly against the table.
Okay.
That's how she's attuning.
So BB wants to psychically talk to all of the weapons in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make you make an
Same
attune
time.
roll. This is going to be a desperate limited
Okay.
because
Yeah.
this
no,
is
go ahead.
insane.
Yeah, I get it. She's a little kooky.
That's fair.
That's fine. And I have stress to spare. I'm gonna stress it. So I'll add 2 stress for a third
We do
die.
have gambits too.
Yeah.
You could use a
Oh.
gambit instead of stress.
Oh.
Yeah, you have.
Well, but that's a group decision. I don't want to take a
I'm
gambit
okay with it.
without-
Yeah, I've got no objection.
Yeah, let's go
Oh,
for it.
okay.
Generate gambits. We also got an extra gambit because of me. Because when we start the mission, we get +1 gambit.
yeah,
Oh,
you
cool.
you have 3. There's
All right.
more on the table.
We will take away
we
one
get
gambit
4 then, right? Because we start with 3.
no, you
and
start
then-
with 2. And
Okay.
yours is
Okay.
Cool.
So please take away 1 gambit.
I'll remember that.
Thank you.
The highest is a 5, so it's a 5-4-4.
Okay, despite the fact that you are trying to psychically communicate with weapons, it works in the sense where you're touching the metal and in like you can almost like feel all of the other weapons
Yeah.
on people. So
Yeah.
you won't be able to affect anything, but you are the people who work here have weapons, the people who are guests here have weapons. Like this is
I'm getting a head count.
Weapons have weapons.
Yeah. And it is all sorts, like different types of technology,
Oh, great.
different sorts of make and model. Some of them are not metal, some of them are biological, some of
Sure.
them are plastic. But this is an incredibly dangerous room you're in. I mean, granted, you are at a criminal hideout space station, but yeah, this is. You do not want to get into shit right
We are the weirdos, mister.
Team, I don't mean to be hyperbolicness or anything like that, but remember John Wick? I think
counting?
this. No, like remember how there
he
was
was
a
so
group who
nice.
shot the dog? Anyways,
Wait, hang
doesn't-
on. Sorry, our accountant shot a dog.
Sure, we'll go with that. He's good with guns
He's
anyways.
Such a nice
Doesn't matter.
guy. I can't imagine. Killsphere, you met John, right? He seemed on the level to you.
Yes, I believe that BB is referring to the series of 24 films starring Keanu Reeves as John Wick.
That would be right, Killsphere. But anyways, everyone in here is essentially a John Wick. Like, if you thought that they just had guns, that's not right. Their guns have guns on
Right.
the guns.
And they're good with math as well, so that's another wrinkle in the sheets, as it
It
were.
is true.
Yeah, well,
They can count bullets.
Well, here's the good news is A, I already filed my taxes, and B, I ain't killed no dogs recently, so I'm immune, I think is how that works.
BB just looks at Killsphere and Chase.
No, my glass is out of milk, so I don't know why the spit's still going. That's okay, so I kind of like looking around, and I think I'm of the assumption, like, yeah, I expected everybody in this room to be packing. Like, that's not, for me, a surprise, but that's because I'm a scoundrel. So I'm like, yeah, we're in the den of a mob boss. Every single person in this room is a criminal. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thought process here, right? Can we get another, like, could you mute us for a sec?
I put the sphere back
Yeah,
up.
thank you for that. I wanted to make sure that the DM didn't have any ammunition against us. Yeah, don't you put that bird back in its box, my boy. All right. So how can we solid snake our way back into the office and kill that fool? Because here's the thing. Here's my thought process, and stay with me here, because I appreciate I'm aiming for the top of the mountain. Firstly, if you aim for the moon and you miss, you still land among the stars, right? What can we do to subdue the leader of this organization for long enough for us to slip her out the door and to freedom?
You asked about help and they got really suspicious about it. So what if we, I'm just spitballing this, give him about a barrel size of help?
Well, we would need to get it first.
Do we have access to a barrel of help? Have we had a barrel of help on the ship this whole
Trip.
time?
Nope.
No, Trip.
Nope. No, we
Trip.
have not.
Okay.
I'm talking about the waitress.
The waitress also may not have the substance we should probably not
But
refer
she
to by
might
name in front
know.
of our friend Trip.
She might know where it is. Or other
I don't know.
things
She
that knock
seemed
you out like a
pretty
horse.
terrified when it got brought up. So I don't know if that's the avenue we want to go down with her.
Are there not other drugs that can knock you out?
Oh, loads.
Yeah, she had them on her tray.
Yes.
Well, why don't we use one of those?
And Killsphere sort of turns into the spinny beach ball from an Apple computer and thinks for a second.
Oh no, we have to reboot everything.
And then they reset back to normal. I believe this is no longer a contact mission. It is a rescue mission. Does the team agree?
I 100% wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I think it's been that way since before we got in the office. So
Everyone here has a gun. So, you know how I feel.
Okay. So Killsphere is going to wait because the waitress is doing her rounds, right?
No, you've lost sight of her.
Shit. So Killsphere, are there any other drinks left at the table?
There were
Is
Trip sipped, and the two of you have.
it
I chugged mine, so mine's gone.
Right.
I did not drink anything, but most of these establishments have cameras, right?
We do have experience hacking security systems.
And I have experience with hacking. Or somebody else can hack the computers.
I think it's your baby.
I'm fine to keep rolling.
To help baby, Killsphere is going to submerge themselves halfway in the cup to get the transmitter fluid on
Okay.
them as well, and hopefully create some sort of tracking device with the help of BB. Is that something we can do? Is that chaotic enough for you, boss?
The dice will tell us if it works or not.
Oh, my misunderstanding then. So this was not a pre-recorded message in the drink. Is her? She was directly talking to
Transmitting, yeah.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought she recorded it. It was a cool sci-fi thing where like the drink contained the message.
It did, just differently. The drink contained
Telepathic.
Yeah, but that's different. I was imagining like in Dark City when Kiefer Sutherland puts memories in the injection, and then when he has memories of him telling him all the things he wants to tell him in like one sitting.
So, different way of putting it, you thought you drank a podcast, but you actually drank a radio.
I thought I drank a podcast. I actually drank a live stream.
Hey! My God, you can drink Twitch now? This is very dangerous.
If they find a way, they're going to make it do it.
You're good at it too.
Amazing.
Okay, so Killsphere, you're submerging in order to help.
Yeah, assist.
BB?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a roll first to see if this will work because it really is way out there, but the dice will decide, not me.
Is it
Okay.
more way out there than having a transmitter in the drink to begin with? Okay.
Micro,
The same amount of weird.
Yeah, it feels like it's
So is it 2 for 1. How am I doing this, boss?
Well, what action are you gonna roll for that?
I'm going to say, for the sake of, because I have one in it, could this be a hack?
It could be a hack, yeah. So if you have 1, you roll 1. That's your number.
All right.
And this will
pretty
be a we'll call it desperate limited.
I got a 5.
You do it, but you get a really nasty bit of feedback to you. So you are going to be able to help BB with this, but you're going to take a level 1 harm. You are waterlogged.
Oh, it's when you drop your iPhone in the bathtub with you.
Can we get some rice?
Someone could get a bag of rice.
Sorry, is Mr. Ed at the table there?
I was trying to do burbling and it didn't work. Just put me in jail.
Okay, so BB will get an extra die. From
Yes,
that.
I'm rolling 2, and I'll take my highest number
I'm
because
sorry,
I have 1 for hack and +1 for his assist.
So it's a hack roll. Okay.
Yeah, it's a hack
no,
roll.
No. You will. Sorry. Yes, you are right. You will take the highest of
Yeah.
So sorry. I thought you said. Okay. Yours is going to be a risky standard.
Okay. Anybody else want to add? Yeah.
I have a question. I can't see it on the sheet, so maybe we don't. Do we have any kind of teleportation system aboard the ship?
If you want it, it will require. It'll be a flashback
Okay.
to incorporate it. But yeah,
I don't know that we would necessarily have the foresight to have wanted that.
let's come back to that.
Didn't we
let's-
teleport from the casino to the ship at the end of the last session?
Yes,
Oh, we
you are
did.
hardwired from the
okay.
casino. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, while you're doing things, I'm going to use some of my smart matter, my self-cleaning smatter, to draw the moisture out of Killsphere.
Okay, that's going to require a roll, but I'm going to have
Okay.
BB do her roll
Fair.
first.
Oh, 2. Not good. Not good.
Yeah,
We
despite
didn't do
getting the
God.
frequency, because the frequency is associated with this waitress and the cameras are associated with the club itself, you are getting a lot of conflicting signals. So
That
you're unable to get a read on it right now.
Okay. I guess I'm going to use rig to use my my smatter. Like I'm going to take like a little bit from my, I guess like one of my gloves possibly, and like wrap it around Killsphere and then activate the self-cleaning aspect of it. So let's see here. Oh, it's only 1.
Okay, and this will be a controlled standard.
Okay. So I just roll 1, and it was a 3, so that doesn't do much at all.
Yeah, unfortunately, Killsphere is going to remain waterlogged.
Okay.
It got all into the circuitry. It's not surface level anymore. So
Okay. So we'll go ahead and mark that.
Feels like a design flaw.
you dunked yourself.
I did. I literally did it to myself. I know.
Like a rich tea biscuit, you just fully went Dunkin' and yeah,
Oh.
British.
One of the guards from the boss's door approaches your booth, and because your sphere of silence is just they don't see it, they come close enough to the table and say, the boss is awaiting your answer, and he wants it now.
Is it muffled because the sphere is still up? So
No, he's come
walks
close
straight
enough.
Okay. It's kind of funny though if it was
Yeah,
muffled.
they all sound like Charlie Brown's parents, but we were able to make out what they're saying. Tell him we'll be right up.
And he nods and walks far enough away to give you a little bit of privacy, but not so far that he loses sight of you.
So the question is, do we just go in guns akimbo, so to speak, and take him down now, or do we play along for a bit and try to figure out how to do this on a grander scale?
Should I sneak towards the cameras since my first go didn't work so well and we'll still need that information to get out of here?
You're the captain.
I think one of us should stay and keep eyes on the waitress.
We have lost contact with the
she's gone.
waitress.
Well, I think one of us should stay and try to find the waitress, and I think that might be me.
Perhaps, especially if things get messy, you may not want to be involved. Um,
Whatever happened to that cute little robot you used to have?
Chade.
That's a good point. Brian the Urbot is still in my inventory at this very moment, and I've not found a compelling purpose for him yet, but maybe this is the moment.
We can see.
You could use the Urbot to look for the waitress.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And yeah, I put my hand out and the smatter forms into the shape of the Urbot. And I just say, go find her, go on, go find. And then it just kind of, it like jumps off. I think what I'm picturing in my head is those little like beaky robots from the Ninja Turtles video games, and it just kind of click clacks off into the crowd.
The Mousers.
Mousers, yes, thank you.
Yes, Captain?
Chase, do you wish to be present in the meeting with Ving?
I think the more important question is, do you wish for me to be president in the meeting with Ving?
I do not.
Okay, then I won't be.
And I think Killsphere will turn to BB and just say, protect the group. And Killsphere is going to go alone into the office of Velik Ving.
Okay.
Set us up the bomb, DM.
Where are the other three of you going to be specifically?
Chase, lift me up. You know I can't see anything but ankles right now.
I will, I'll let you come up on my shoulder, kind of like replaying pet mode, BB,
Totally.
that Gambit again. Not Gambit as in game Gambit or X-Men Gambit, but like that move.
Yes. Like a
that
backpack,
playbook.
BB
Yeah.
backpack.
Yes.
Can I call this BB Tooie?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's a sort of BB Tooie
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, you're up on the back of my head.
Yeah.
You get to control my cat ears.
I'm thinking that BB
That's very silly.
BB is probably using her.
How dare you make
Animals?
things silly in this game, Michael?
I love it.
I think she's using her animal senses and has moved her usual goggles to Chase instead because she has more of human view, and BB's trying to get the overall.
I'm imagining you. I have goggles on my head, and I'm imagining you putting goggles down on top of my goggles.
And they're ridiculously small for you because remember they're medium-sized beaver.
Oh, they look like those little spectacles that are just for fashion only.
Yes.
Where are you two positioning yourself? Because I think we should probably have eyes on as much of the bar as possible. So I'm thinking of going up to the bar and sitting and leaning on the bar and kind of looking cool and aloof.
I'm probably going to stay at the table so we don't draw too much attention to ourselves.
Okay.
And I think whatever direction you're looking, I'm looking the opposite direction.
I think we're kind of doing that head swivel thing of one's looking, yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Men at the Roxbury style.
Two sets
And
of
Trip, where are
eyes,
you
they
gonna
had
be?
two sets of heads.
I'm posting up at the bar. I'm going to sit at the bar. I'm going to order a drink. I'm going to look gruff and Wolverine-esque. And
I love this actually.
and kind of occasionally look around and try to do that thing where I'm trying to draw attention to myself in a way where it seems like I'm not trying to draw attention to myself.
Okay, so I would like the three of you to each make either a skulk or a study roll, and Ben, you can also make a roll for Brian the Urbot.
Oh, I think mine would be study for sure.
What do you want me to... so I'm using my stats for Brian, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, my
hell.
stats are the worst for both of those stats. I'm going to make it skulk. It doesn't make any difference because I have 0 in both. I rolled a 1 for Brian, and for me, a 1.
I also rolled a 1, but I'm thinking that beavers don't have good eyesight in low light.
Dan, is this controlled, risky, or desperate?
We'll call this risky standard.
Okay, I got a 4.
Okay, Chase, you're the only one who can sort of get a good glimpse of what's going on. Maybe it is because of your cat-like ancestry. So you're able to get a clearer picture of I don't want to say the entire place, but at least the ground floor. And you don't see the waitress. The two of you and Brian they can't.
Oh, nothing.
It's too hectic.
garbage.
They don't know what's going on, but you don't see her. But that's all that's able.
Can I, before I move over to Killsphere, can I determine, speaking of cat-like stuff, can I determine, maybe looking around, where there seems to be little alcoves or cubby holes or things where someone might get pulled into or hidden in?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you make a separate roll for that.
Okay.
There are definitely a couple of places. There's the entrance to what you would imagine would be like the employee, back towards the kitchen or, back of house sort of thing. There is a little alcove where the space equivalent of restrooms are located. And there is the entryway that you entered the club through. And then there are a couple of other ones that you just can't tell what they are at first glance. You would have to investigate what those would be.
So I think a good stopping point for us for this scene before we cut over to Michael is maybe we break up the group and go each check out one of those different sections. Does that sound good to everybody else?
Sure.
I don't want to control everybody else's role play, but that's what I would think would be a good call.
I would say you would direct me to whichever is the smallest, since I'm the smallest out of all of us.
So maybe we'll have you peek at those other alcoves.
Okay.
Trip, do you want to join the party? Trip, do you want to send Brian the Urbot towards either the restrooms or the entrance to the kitchen?
I think I think I'm going to send Brian to the kitchens. I think kitchens make sense.
Then I will go towards the alcoves where the restrooms were.
Okay. And Trip, where are you yourself going to?
I think
or are you
I'm
going to stay posted up?
I'm still going to stay posted at the bar, but I think with my bad role, I'm probably not as inconspicuous as I think I am.
Okay.
Nobody sit next to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just talking to himself. loudly at
Hugh
the
Jackman,
bar.
Hugh Jackman, Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
You know what I love? Not fighting people. All right.
As Killsphere floats away, there's no way to detect an emotion on Killsphere because they are a featureless ball. But hearing Chase take command is exactly the sort of thing Killsphere loves to hear. So if they could smile, they would be as they float away. This is like exactly what they were hoping. Anyway, so Killsphere is going to go into Mr. Ving. Do we have to deal with the two bouncers again?
No, they let you in.
Okay,
you
cool.
are expected.
By the way, which of the bouncers tells the truth and which of them lies?
Both of the bouncers say whatever the boss wants them to say.
Ooh. Okay, well, we've solved that problem. All right, so anyway, it's just Killsphere, Ving, and the Sphere of Quietude.
You're activating the sphere inside of
I love that book.
Okay, yeah. So you enter the office and Velik Ving looks at you and says, "Your friends abandoned you?
No, we have private matters to discuss."
Anything you say is in confidence in here. I'm hoping what you're saying is that you will take that job because if not, well, we might have a problem.
Mr. Ving, are you aware that I am 100,000 years old?
Are you aware that I'm not impressed?
I have existed across multiple times, multiple universes. I have cataloged the most important things of every galaxy. I have never heard of you.
Oh, snap!
Shit! That. Okay, yeah. You get a twitch. You get a twitch. He is a composed individual.
Good
And
gravy.
he twitches, but then he.
I think I took psychic damage from that.
I think we all did in
Yeah.
the club. Like all of us, just like
Yeah, I have a character in a different game separate from you all, and I think in a different system. I think they've taken damage.
Oh my gosh.
Ving twitches at that, but then he smiles and he's like, "You are an interesting character. I like you. What do you say you come work for me?"
That is a deeply hilarious idea.
Because you've been talking with my employees, and employees are not supposed to fraternize with visitors. They're supposed to do their job. And he snaps the fingers on one of his hands, and two heavily armed robots escort the waitress in. You've been talking with my employee.
I have indeed, Mr. Ving. Thank you for providing her. And Killsphere fires a needle straight into his head.
oh my god!
Roll a scrap. This is going to be a desperate limited.
Okay, I'm going to push myself. So does that give me 2 extra?
No, one extra
One extra.
die costs 2 stress.
Thank you. And then desperate. Well, I have 2 in this anyway, so I'm pretty good to go. If I have 2 in this, what does that mean? Sorry.
That means you roll 2 dice.
All right.
And take the best.
I got 2 5s and a 4, so a 5.
Good roll.
You fire the dart, and it is a perfect shot right to his head. And just before it gets to him, his personal force field absorbs it.
Well,
You're not the only person who's ever tried that, but I will say I am impressed. The legends of chaos are to be believed. All right, I'll tell you what. The job that I want you to do, your payment will be her freedom.
I will require payment up front if those are the terms.
Oh no, I would be giving away the store if I were to let her go free now. I will say, though, that you will be allowed to leave here without being killed, and the same goes for your friends. And video screens appear behind him, and they show the rest of your team where they are in the club. You can walk out of here for free. Whether you complete the job will be up to you. But if you don't come back, she pays the price. The glass marble, tomorrow night, all 3 heads of the Audacity.
I have tried to be nice, Mr. Ving. That will not occur again. And Killsphere exits the office.
Oh, so cold. Ice cold.
So I just imagine Killsphere saying, "This is the last time you will ever see me smile."
Ugh, I don't feel good about that, but felt like what we had to do.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Killsphere is going to return empty-handed and extremely frustrated. Also, Killsphere has no hands, so that's anyway, whatever. Return to the team. They're going to go to Chase first.
Okay.
Killsphere goes to Chase first, and says,
Chase, clearly you're searching.
Yeah,
Didn't
I'm
turn up
assuming I
there.
didn't
Yep.
find the waitress because
Right,
I know
yep.
where she is now, out of character. Yeah.
Chase,
Yes, Captain.
the terms of the deal have changed. Our payment will now be the freedom of the waitress. I see we have two options. Either we can accomplish the mission as requested, or I can kill every motherfucker in this room. What is your preference?
There's a part of me that really likes option 2. But I also assume that every motherfucker in this room is under a similar deal as the waitress. So I don't know if killing all of them is any more moral than letting him kill her. So I don't want to help him, but it sounds like we're on a bit of a track right now. And until we get further down this road, we don't know how to steer the trolley in a different direction.
I am very glad you are on the team. And Killsphere will move towards Trip next.
As you walk away, they definitely see that Chase like feels kind of like, ooh, like, you know, like the way like when somebody you respect gives you like a compliment and you're kind of like, oh my god, actual Killsphere from Chaos told me I was good at my job. Yeah, what I mean, like she knows them, they've been around her whole life, but I think like it's still a big deal.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
It's like when you get a good job sticker from your teacher.
Yeah.
You're
a
like,
gold star for Chase. No. Over to Trip. Trip, we are going to leave.
What are we doing? Are we leaving with the waitress? Are we leaving and going home?
Unfortunately, circumstances have gone slightly awry.
Well, define awry.
We will be heading to the Glass Marble as requested.
No, I don't think we're doing that.
Unfortunately, I am your captain, and that is indeed our destination.
Why would we agree? Why would we agree to do that? What could possibly have happened in that room? How did you fuck it up so badly that we're now going to do this bullshit mission?
My options were murder or let someone die. The options were unacceptable.
Who? The waitress?
The waitress. Our terms are now complete the mission for her freedom.
And I'm guessing you aren't allowed to take payment up front.
I requested specifically.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Ving was unyielding.
Okay. It was worth me asking that because what if someone's like paused it and maybe they listened to that part on their commute?
You never know.
You never know.
Someone may have had to change over the laundry. These things occur.
Yeah. You know, you got to treat these things like a Lifetime movie. You never know when someone's going to tune in.
Exactly.
You know? Here's my thought process. What if we left collateral for Ving? What if we left something or someone behind?
We are not in that business, Trip. Return to the ship immediately.
If we have the opportunity to secure someone's freedom, I want the path of least resistance.
We are taking that path.
I don't agree.
I don't care.
Well,
return to the ship immediately.
You're not programmed to care, but you should be programmed to listen to an alternative. That's what good leadership is. You're not just going to make this decision for all of us, okay? We're a fucking team.
More people agree with me on the team than agree with you.
All I have for that is your word. No,
Ask them.
I'm offering to stay behind as collateral so that you can get the waitress out.
Trip, who will fly the ship?
I'm pretty sure I saw BB playing Star Fox on a Super Nintendo a while back. I think, there's some skills there. Just plug a controller into the dashboard and you're good to go. It's got the ports for it.
I find your 20th century references flummoxing.
Yeah, but they're funny though, aren't they?
This is a fair point. And Killsphere's going to float away. And Killsphere's going to float over to BB and go, time to go.
Oh, darn it. And I just found a hot Cheeto on the floor. Look at it. It's still the same red color.
I will replicate you a fresh bag and then pour it on the floor.
Quick question, GM. Because obviously we'll have to come back here and BB's down to rig some explosives. could she have studied that little alcove where she was to see if she could rig some explosives?
I will let you do a skulk roll because that's
Oh, that's terrible.
stealthy. Yeah.
That's going to be terrible.
But yeah, it'll be a risky
Oh, boy.
standard.
Oh, boy. 3. I rolled 2 3s, though.
Very 3.
Very 3.
Yeah, there's no good place. The corridors you were checking out are just, there's too many people coming and going, so it would be way too conspicuous.
It makes sense that Ving would build a bar that doesn't have good spots to secretly hide bombs from him in it. I guess that makes sense.
It does.
Clever.
But she had to
I still
try.
like it as a plan.
She had to try.
I'm on board.
Ving's really thinking it through. Safe bar, cameras. God, he's got it all.
He really has.
Force fields.
Well,
Waitress.
Me, an idiot, not thinking about a force field. Anyway,
well, I had a thought. If I can't blow up this place, you know how he said we had to get a head? What if I make the head explode?
no, we are to return the heads intact. That is very much.
Once he gets it.
Oh, we are going to fucking murder him as soon as we get the chance.
I got you. I'm saying in addition. Like the heads are not the heads, they're explosives.
Oh, I like you very much. I see why we've been friends for quite some time.
She just waves her little paw in the air, but Killsphere moves up and down like they're doing a secret handshake. And like puffs of air come out to like signify high fives or
Firework.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And it's perfectly synced up to the music that's playing at the club too. It's just so beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we gotta leave.
Okay.
As we're heading out, once we go outside, I hand a to-go box that I stole from a table to BB, and I'm like, hey, I saw someone have these, and I swiped them, and it's fried pickles.
oh my gosh. And they're still crispy. Killsphere. You want one? It's good.
More for you.
I'm gonna burn the roof of my You just hear that as they're walking away, just Beaver going
Amazing.
You're welcome.
Unless you want me to roll for stealing the fried pickle.
No, that's a gimme.
Flashback. No.
Let me spend a point of stress
One
to give BB some fried pickles.
Flashback to the kitchen aboard the ship.
Oh, shit.
Chase is just frying pickles. Like I can't.
Looking at recipes online. Okay, how to make the batter.
I don't need to read a whole journal entry before
my
the
God.
recipe.
I don't
I
care
remember
about
when I was on Riza for the first time with my lovely wives.
Do you remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I sought Jamaharon, and instead I found these delightful pickles.
I tried making these pickles, but I replaced the salt and sugar with margarine and liquid yeast,
this
and it
recipe
didn't work.
sucks.
This is very terrible.
Didn't have salt. Use sugar. Recipe sucks.
God, another
things-
perfect chaos tangent.
Lost like tears in rain. You're gonna want to preheat your oven.
Wait, is MacArthur Park just an entry in someone's blog about making that cake?
Yes. It turns out that Game of Thrones is actually a really long recipe blog entry. It's just got a
yeah,
That
lot
explains
of
why the author gave up on it after a while.
That's what I'm
Back to
talking
it,
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also explains why he goes into so much detail about how good the food is.
Yeah,
That's what I was.
That was the joke. Yeah,
That was what I was
like that was exactly what the joke was. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I'm smart.
George Ratatouille. Sorry.
All right, so do we head back to the ship then?
I guess, yeah. We cut from BB's ridiculous mouth breathing. I'm so sorry, listeners, that it happened again. To the ship.
The best part about it was I had already said they were still over somebody else's to-go box on their table. They were still too hot.
They're clearly lukewarm. Yeah.
The styrofoam.
No, it's the future. They've gotten around that leftover technology.
Yeah.
The most important advance in all civilization was keeping leftovers as hot and fresh as you possibly could at all times.
They miniaturized those Domino's pizza things that they plug in. They've miniaturized the
my God.
technology to go box.
Every to-go box is actually a miniature air fryer in the future.
Oh, I like that.
The styrofoam still warps and melts if the
Yeah, it never works.
Yeah, it's just stop using styrofoam. I don't know why they keep doing
Yeah,
it.
it's bad.
Horrible.
Okay, so you're back at your ship.
Poor Dan.
No, this is
Herding
filling an
cats.
episode.
This is
It's
the
fine.
gold. Yeah.
Back at the ship. we are going to officially begin the next mission. So we're going to go through the steps to prep for the mission, the Glass Marble. So it's page 148 if you want all this stuff along with you, but we're just going to go through it step by step.
Everyone, please turn in your hymnals to page 148.
Step by Step was okay, but it never lived up to the opening theme song. You're like, oh my gosh, you're having so much fun at that theme park. And then instead it's just like, oh, these families used to be, it's like Brady Bunch sort of, but not as capery. Yeah.
So just a reminder for all of you, you're not actually going to come up with your plan ahead of time. We're gonna choose the type of plan, and then we are going to begin in media res.
So I feel like looking at the possible engagements, I think that our options here are either deception, because lure, trick, or manipulate the three heads. I think that social is possibly also a possibility here, and infiltration is also a possibility.
I will tell you when you get back to your ship, you are informed that the four of you now have tickets to the Glass Marble, should you choose to use those.
Okay. I thought you were going to say you don't have tickets for parking and a wait zone.
Got tickets to see Chapel Run.
Oh, wow.
Shit. Okay,
It's still hard to get, even in the future. Yeah.
With the person
at that
with
point,
the
I believe
silver
she's Chapel
Prius.
Clone.
Dan, that's really good, and I'm going to make a fake album cover for that. That's
I
gonna
hope
happen.
You do. I think
Phenomenon
social.
Mark V.
Oh my God, yes. Social sounds really good to me. Well, at least, and I would hope that BB has explained to Chase and Trip that she has a wild plan of rigging fake heads as explosives. I hope that's not a secret.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it's good shared.
Like when they go to the ship, I'm sure she's stated that because she wasn't able to find anything.
Again, it was the figurative head of the three of them.
I know.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure that you know.
She's just taking it literally.
We're gonna swap the literal heads of the figurative heads.
Yeah.
I think now that everyone has reminded Trip that he is in fact a pacifist, he wants to do this with minimal bloodshed. So I wonder if there's a way, especially with everything that went on at the club, if there is a way to let the heads know what's up and see if we can use that to our advantage.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where we're all at,
Yeah.
which I think is why that lands on social, because it's like negotiation, bargain, and
Yeah, I agree.
persuade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have
Ooh.
a crazy idea.
Okay, all right,
hear
crazy
it.
idea.
Ooh, I'm afraid I've been thinking.
I think it would be deception. What if we tell the three heads that Ving wants to meet for a peace treaty?
Ooh, I don't hate that. That's kind of a social deception.
Yeah, what if
It's like a baby of both.
Yeah.
What if we try and negotiate a peace accord? And then if all four of them end up killing each other, I don't care, but I just want to get them into a room.
Oh, no. I get it. So that when conflict happens, we can make a plan to GTFO.
Oh, yeah.
GTFO. Okay.
which sounds very Team Chaos.
Yeah.
Grab the package and GTFO.
Unfortunately, Team GTFO died with all hands. It was very tragic.
We'll never forget about you, Leonard.
So social is the
Social with a hint of deception.
I've been,
Yeah.
social.
that's fine. You just have
I'm
to
convinced.
choose the primary for
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go social.
Next will be the detail, which is what will be your point of entry.
Well, through the front door
Yeah.
since we're invited.
If we have tickets, I think we'll go in. We'll go in with tickets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we're going to look hot and sassy, like most of our missions lately, honestly.
Yeah. I think I'm wearing almost the exact outfit I have on already. Yeah.
Yeah. And which brings us to item loadout, which again will be how much smatter you have on your person, but also more or less conspicuous. And
I'm going to
you're-
go with a normal load this time. I did a light load last time, but this time I'm going to go with normal.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go normal as well. I usually do.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my usual normal.
Oh, and there's one change to my load. So my items, my automatic ones that don't count against my load, I get a fine blaster pistol or pair. But we kind of talked about it off mic a little bit. I don't think that Chase would want to kill people. I think she's fine with violence. She's not a pacifist, but she likes non-lethal violence. So instead of having pistols, what she has is a pair of almost like nightsticks, sort of. They're almost like Deadpool's like batons, but they can snap together into a staff. So she has a staff, and then it can separate.
So like Nightwing's sick fighting stick.
Basically, and it splits into two, and they have it does a little bit of like kinetic energy.
Oh, yeah.
So it can shock, almost like cattle prod or shock or stun. And so instead of having guns, she has that instead.
That rules.
A stun gun.
Dude, I think Black Widow has those
sort of,
stun
It's
baton guys
an uncommon thing, but I think what's fun about it is that it comes together with staff. But yeah.
I wasn't saying it was uncommon. I'm saying it's sick every time.
I kind of like it as a cool thing. So.
I'm also going to go for a medium loadout. I'm going to keep Brian with me. I'm assuming that Brian was retrieved. Daniel.
Yep. Yes.
And
I'm not cruel.
I'm not cruel.
Yet.
you'll find me not an uncruel game master. I'm going to keep my mechanics kit just in case I need to rewire something or hotwire a ship. I'm also going to carry my grappling hook just in case. You never know.
Smart.
And some one of my items is victory cigars. I might be able to offer someone a smoke as a means of stand here and look at me and not anywhere else.
Nice. It is important to note we don't actually have to declare all of our items now, so you can save stuff for in scenes if you need anything else in the future. Don't feel like you can't have it because you didn't say it now.
That's good to know. Yeah, because the only other thing I could take is either a customized spacesuit, which I don't need that, or my guild's license. Although actually that might come in handy. Okay, well we'll see what happens.
Always carry that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, what the load means here's how many things you can say you have over the course of the mission.
Yeah. Are we in flight right now?
Not yet. We're still
Okay.
We're still prepping for this. BB, what size loadout would
I think I'm gonna go normal. But as a plan F, BB's and it's part of the loadout that she can carry, but she's gonna carry some illicit drugs just in case negotiation doesn't go the way they want it to.
Will you be riding in the dam for this, or are you just going?
No, I think this is a non-dam.
Okay.
I think dam makes it more suspicious. So she's
Just a
gonna
mobility device.
She
so
just took
if
another
you want,
shower,
yeah.
so the crew's feeling pretty good because BB has now showered regularly.
Oh, thank God.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm very happy with
Look,
it.
None
a
of us
stinky
want-
beaver is stinky.
It's true.
We can't end
That's-
2 episodes on lines like that.
Yeah, that's this week's T-shirt. But I don't know if we can. Yeah.
Okay, your gambits reset because it's the beginning of a mission proper, so you were back at 3, and we will do the engagement roll once you arrive at the Glass Marble.
Thank you for listening to Good Chaotic. The Good Chaotic crew is Châu Kate Lê, Ben Paddon, Riley Silverman, and Michael Nixon. Our GM is Dan Peck. Our theme music was created by Daphne Sacklines. Follow us on social media at Good Chaotic Pod, or join us in our Discord to hang out with other fans, share fan art, and talk about the episodes. If you'd like to help support the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts, or by becoming a patron at patreon.com/goodchaoticpod. And also, tell your friends. It really helps us get the word out and get new listeners. Until next time.